continues, and they watched him and sent forth spies. Mark, and they sent to him certain of the Pharisees. I guess those were the spies. Matthew, then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. They sent out to him their disciples of the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that you are true, teach them the ways of God. I think I'm going to begin with Matthew. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. I'm going to change talk to words because that just sounds like better English. Mark has, and they sent to him certain of the Pharisees. That does come next in Matthew. And they sent out to him their disciples with the Herodians. So Mark just picks up there. They send to him certain of the Pharisees and of the Herodians. Then they mention what happened before, to catch him in his words. Luke has, similar to Mark, the fact that they're sending, and then the reason why. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, so that they might deliver him to the power and authority of the governor. Luke has one statement which could go first, and they watched him. But if they're taking counsel how they might entangle him, that would be somewhere else so that they're not out in the open. So first they need to take counsel how they might entangle him. Then I'm going to put they watched him and sent forth spies. So Matthew first. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his, but I definitely don't want to put talk. I want to take words from somewhere else. To catch him in his words is in Mark. Luke has that they might take hold of his words. I could use either one of those. I'll just go with Mark. Words. And they sent out to him their disciples with the Herodians. And they send to him. And they sent out, or and they send. I think sent out is better. And they watched him and sent forth. Okay. And they watched him. That has to come next from Luke. And they watched him and sent forth spies, or sent out spies. And they okay, this they, I'm going to make all three. So that I'm not repeating they. And they watched him now and from all three. I'm definitely going to have sent instead of send. That would be Matthew and Luke. Sent out to him. Sent forth to him. Sent out to him. I think I'm going to go with forth. Keep some of the older wording that is still not too difficult to understand. Luke has spies. Mark, certain of the Pharisees and of the Herodians, to catch him in his words. Their disciples with the Herodians. So that would be certain of the Pharisees. So I could have sent to him certain spies of the Pharisees' disciples with the Herodians. Spies of the Pharisees disciples. Or maybe if I could put from the Pharisees' disciples. That would work out better. No, I can't. It's only of. Certain is from Mark. And I will put the word spies. Luke. And before I say which should feign themselves just men, I'm going to say who they are, which is of the Pharisees' disciples. Actually, I'm going to put to him first. Sent forth to him certain spies. That to him is in Matthew. Sent to him is in Mark. Sent forth, not in Luke. So Matthew, Mark. To him certain spies. And Matthew has their disciples with the Herodians. But I will put Mark of the Pharisees' disciples. Disciples from Matthew, of the Pharisees from Mark. With the Herodians. Mark has and of the Herodians. And Luke doesn't have either. So I'm going to go with the Herodians is both Matthew and Mark. Matthew continues saying, Master, so what their test is. Mark continues with their plan to catch him in his words. Luke also has more of their plan, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take him at his word. Okay, so I'm going to put Luke first, which should feign themselves. Luke, which should feign themselves just men. That they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him to the power and authority of the governor. Mark, to catch him in his words. So to or that they might. I think I'm not going to have that they might because I have they might already. They might entangle. So I'll say that's also Luke. Yeah, I'll say that's both. Take hold of her. So now I'll have Mark. To catch him in his words or take hold of his words. That so they might deliver him to the power. Catch and entangle are almost identical in meaning. I could switch out one or the other and there would be no loss of meaning. If I put catch earlier, how they might catch him in his words, and now, in order to entangle him in his words, that would be fine, no change. But Luke has that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him to the power of the authority of the governor. So it's like they're just going to, yes, catch, but take hold. I see that as more of tattletale on him, that he'd be arrested. But I guess catch is the same as take hold of. So I could just choose between catch or take hold of. You know, since I already have entangle, and that is so close to catch, entangle and take hold of are at least worded differently enough that I'd be more okay with those two than entangle and catch. So I'm going to go with take hold of his words. That so they might deliver him to the power and authority of the governor.